Welcome to Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by IronMag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Monday, November 28th, 2016. Let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. If you happen to be a bodybuilding fan living out in Dubai, well, this was your lucky weekend, because our good friend SHERU brought his classic out to Dubai to showcase the IFBB's best for another awesome weekend. And it was all said and done, none other than a gigantic version of Ruly Winkler himself found himself as the last man standing. Wowing the crowd in second place was Iranian native Hadi Shupin, who managed to edge out a solid third place showing from Jeff Beckham. In fourth was an absolutely monstrous version of Peter Clancier, who's going to be a real force to be reckoned with over the next few years. And rounding out the top five was former T-National champ Gerald Williams, who had the best showing of his young pro career. A few weeks removed from a disappointing 14th place finish at the Ferrigno Legacy Classic, Branden seems like he's dialing in the focus again. Over the weekend, some new training footage surfaced of the enigmatic former NPC national champ getting a little bit of post-Turkey Day arm training, putting some of those holiday carbs to good use. In the two appearances he's made since his unexpected return at the end of last season, Ray still remains a little bit of a riddle that we haven't quite been able to solve. On one hand, we've seen him show flashes of that enormous potential we all saw when he turned pro back in 2010. On the other, he still seems to be trying to figure out the conditioning issues that have kept him from becoming one of the bigger stars. Hopefully he can draw from some of the lessons he's learned over the past two seasons and refocus his efforts for 2017, because I still believe that a 100% Branden Ray could be one hell of a force if he puts his mind to it. All the noise surrounding Impact rookies like the Nathan Diashes of the world, some of the other rookie standouts from 2016 may have gotten lost in the shuffle, including former Arnold Amateur winner Lukas Wyler. Since closing out an impressive rookie season that included top 10 finishes at the Arnold Classic in Arnold, South Africa, Wyler has been quietly putting in some serious work so far this offseason. Over the weekend, he released his most recent set of progress photos, showing off a very dangerous-looking 290-plus pounds that looks like it can do some damage in the right lineup next season. When he's dialed in, Wyler has a solid combination of size, aesthetics, and symmetry that have proven to be pretty formidable thus far. And if he makes a few more improvements over the coming months, he could be someone who sneaks up on some people once the 2017 season gets rolling. After a standout season that saw him take home two top 10 finishes for the first time in his pro career, 212 powerhouse Mike Ergas seems to be making the most out of his offseason so far. Last weekend, Ergas released some new progress photos showing off an impressive-looking 245-pound physique, which seems to be maintaining a solid level of conditioning up to this point in his off-season. Over the last few years, we've seen Ergas steadily make improvements, and his third-place finish at the Tampa Pro earlier this season was probably the best overall performance of his entire career. From the front, Ergas has more than enough in the tank to hold his own in most lineups, and if he can start to bring his back up to balance things out a bit, it won't be too long before he starts seriously contending for some wins. Mike Ergas isn't the only 212 athlete making waves so far this offseason. Thomas Lenihan also looks like he has his eye on the prize for the upcoming 2017 season. Last weekend, Lenihan released a little bit of off-season posing footage, showing off some flat-out nutty level of off-season conditioning. Over the last few years, Lenihan has really mastered the art of making solid off-season improvements while managing to stay in incredible shape. In his lone rookie appearance back at the New York Pro, Lenihan proved that from the waist down, he has what it takes to hold his own in the 212 division. So if he can pack on some size from the waist up to give himself a more balanced look, I can see him fighting his way to a couple of top placings at some point next season. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by IronMag Labs. Make your mark. Check out ironmaglabs.com today. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.